Hello. Do you know why does the caged bird sing? Maya Angelou knows. The poem I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings was composed by the Black American writer Maya Angelou. She was also known as Margaret Annie Johnson, but later on she used her name as Maya Angelou. The poem focuses about the extreme social injustice that the blackish people confronted during her time. Maya Angelou wrote a series of autobiographies, which consist of 7. The name of the first one is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and she took the same title to her poem I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And this title has been taken from the poem Sympathy, which was composed by another blackish writer, Paul Laurence Dunbar. But don't think that she stole this creative idea from Paul Laurence Dunbar. It's not plagiarism at all, but she just took this line as the title only. The title of the poem I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is a suggestive one. So it suggests that the writer too knows why does the caged bird sing. Indeed, the writer too was a caged bird, therefore she knows from her first-hand experience why does the caged bird sings. Here, the poetess takes 2 different birds who are in 2 different stages of their lives. First, we find a free bird. At the beginning, you see the free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends. Hence, this emphasizes us that for the free bird, there is no effort in the life. The life of the free bird is an effortless one. And everyone knows that to go downstream, one doesn't need any sort of an effort. But to go upstream, you need to have a hard toil, don't you? And here, the free bird symbolizes the white people found in Maya Angelou's time. They had a borderless freedom and they didn't have any barricade in their lives. They enjoyed every bit of the opportunities in the society. Therefore, the white people are symbolized here as the free birds. Moreover, it says that they dare to claim the sky. Now here the sky symbolizes the society. Therefore, the writer suggests that the upper class of the people have got the power of claiming the society. They were the owners. Therefore, the dominance of the power, the dominance of the upper class of the people is highlighted in this line, they dare to claim the sky. Now, on the contrary of this free bird, in the second stanza, we come to know about the fate of the caged bird. It was totally on the contrary of the first bird, because this bird had been put in a narrow cage, as well as its feet are tied and wings are clipped. Hence, it couldn't move even inside of the cage. Hence, we can understand that the caged bird's freedom is deprived. Don't say that it is limited, since we don't see at least a limited freedom in the side of the caged bird. Therefore, the most appropriate word is deprived, the deprivation of the freedom. And the caged bird had been put in a narrow cage, and the bars of this cage is described as the bars of rage. Now, this metaphor highlights that the bars are very strong bars, aren't they? The bird couldn't see the outer world through these bars. Therefore, these bars must have been planted close together, and these bars must be wider and thicker. Hence, the bird couldn't see the outside. And These bars could also be taken as a symbol. These bars symbolize the social restrictions confronted by the underprivileged class of the society at that time. For example, we can take these bars symbolize apartheid, racism, sexism, poverty, illiteracy, and misery. Whenever someone is covered by these things, such as poverty, illiteracy, misery, and so, he won't be able to see the outer world. They turn into the frogs in the wells. In order to emphasize this pathetic fate of the blackish people, Maya Angelou tactfully uses this symbolism. And the only thing that was set free was a throat of the bird. Therefore, the bird opened its mouth in order to sing for the freedom. And the writer mentions that the bird sings for the things unknown. So, what are these things unknown? The things unknown are actually, what is it today? It is the freedom. Because we know the cage bird doesn't know about freedom at all. Hence, the bird sings for the freedom. Meanwhile, the free bird thinks of another breeze. It is waiting for another breeze, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn bright lawn. Now here we find a cross-rhyming couplet here. Dawn, bright lawn, dawn, lawn are rhyming couplets, aren't they? But those are found in the same line, therefore we call them as cross-rhyming. And he names the sky his own. Again we find the dominance of this bird, since he names the sky his own. Now this is a powerful symbol. It symbolizes that the upper class of the people have the right of claiming the sky. That is, they have the right of claiming the society. They are the most powerful people in the society. In order to bring it out, the writer says that he names the sky his own. Now, this poem very powerfully brings out the situation of the blackish people found in the time of Maya Angelou. Even their fundamental rights were violated. They didn't have the equal right of learning, equal right of doing a job that they prefer, and even inside of the public transportation, they confronted it to many hard experiences. For example, in 1963, an incident was taken place in America, in Montgomery, America. It is called as the Montgomery bus boycott. A woman called Rosa Parks, when she was traveling in the bus, she was ordered to get up and give the seat to a white person. That was a rule found at that time. The blackish people had to give their seats for the white people. Since Rosa Parks rejected it, she had been incarcerated. And all the blackish people lived in Montgomery area. They raised against this injustice and they boycott the bus, and this is mentioned in the history as Montgomery bus boycott. So this incident shows us the real situation of the blackish people at that time. They were not considered as human beings even. Hence, Maya Angelou's poem is a very powerful one as well as an emotional one. According to the existing society, we can take this cage bird as a symbol of the underprivileged class of the people. And the free bird symbolizes the privileged class. And this conflict and this gap, as well as this social injustice, is brought out in this poem very effectively. Okay, so when we consider the poem I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, we can see clearly she brings out the social injustice confronted by the blackish people. In a nutshell, she took two birds here. One is a free one, and the free bird has got an excessive freedom. No barricade for the free bird in the vast sky. But on the other hand, we find the cage bird. On the contrary of the free bird, you find that the cage bird has got no freedom at all. The freedom of the cage bird has been deprived. Don't use the word limited. It's not the limited freedom, but the freedom has been deprived. So, I suppose you understood the poem clearly. If you have any doubt regarding the poem, do not hesitate to comment. I'll definitely reply each and every comment. Okay, so keep in touch with Lit Gordamu. If you have any special requirement as well, comment it. I will make a video. Okay, so we'll see in our next episode. Take care. Goodbye.